Well, hello everybody. Uh, Good evening from South Africa. Good morning from to America or wherever you are in the beautiful world. Welcome to Aquarius Rising Africa. And I have with me again Mr. Tom Althouse. Tom Althouse in the house. It's on Tuesday. How
Thank
are
you.
you?
I feel like an attorney running around here shuffling the papers and getting ready to present our cases to the wonderful, beautiful cases out there and great souls. So yeah, here we are.
Indeed. Well, we've had some interesting conversations last few days, most definitely. And
Yes,
so, yeah, you've also had some cool and interesting things take place these last few days. Tell
absolutely.
us.
If I'm calling you super early in the morning, like 3 a.m. my time, and I'm like, Shanti, oh my God. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Wow,
yeah.
but it's amazing times, I've got to say. There's so much happening. Gosh, guys, if we haven't realized by now that things are on the up and up, then I'm not sure. But I suggest we better um, wake up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like for the first time in my life, I mean, people that follow both of us too would see this too, that I posted about something huge was coming, felt it. Empaths across the planet have been contacting me and going, we feel it too, we feel it too. It, something is happening. We know there's fires, floods, everything going on in the world right now. And the terrible things that happen in Lahaina and also in Kihei, Maui. And
Yeah.
the flooding in Beijing, the mudslides in China, it's just, there's things happening all over the planet right now. And
Wasn't there floods in Dubai or something?
I think so.
Something. Yeah.
I'm losing track of them all. So there's a feeling that I got that I don't know if maybe I can just share this too. And I describe it as an eerie stillness. It's almost like the world shut off for a bit, where it was just like you put us under a dome of glass and it's just like all sound stop, birds stop singing, everything just, there's this eerie stillness and an awareness where I get this message like, be ready to help, be ready to help. And I'm so grateful for so many that, like, because I laid myself out there for the first time, just laid myself out like that. And I thought, I'm going to be ridiculed off the page. I'll just be ridiculed. And instead, people were so supportive and caring and going, I'm feeling the same thing. So it's
Absolutely.
kind of a primer, a teacher for humanity, I guess, of learn to trust your senses. Something's happening. So many of us that have never said anything before like this are coming forward and saying, something's happening. Like a child, like we're children being tapped on the shoulder. And it's like, be ready, honey. Be ready.
Yeah.
Something's going
Absolutely.
on. Daddy and mommy want
Absolutely.
to know. It feels like that. Like we're children and we're being prepared by our parents for something big's going to happen. And we need to pay attention and be ready to help our brothers and sisters. That's what it feels
Well,
like.
I think when we're looking around us, we can, it's obvious for those of us that have this awareness that a lot's going on. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're looking at, as you say, all these weather disasters at the moment that are going on across the world, knowing full well that HARP and DARPA are in control of these things. I mean, we've spoken about it a lot on this channel. The weather witches, weather witching, to, just for want of a better expression. But that's really what's happening. I mean, I am absolutely beside myself at what's happened in Hawaii. Hawaii.
Yes, my heart goes out to these
These
people.
past few
I was
days.
there,
Wow.
loved ones and things like this. I lived there. I performed there. I worked there. That's home. 11 years home. And it's heartbreaking. And one of the things on the sides of this, well, one of the things is I'm looking at what I believe is weaponized weather. Weaponized weather. And we're supposed to be crazy to say that. But no, they're letting us know. The other side's letting us know they're doing this. I have an example
Yeah.
for you. When my one sister that got bought out, right before she bought out, we were going to attend a wedding. So she's in Oklahoma. A tornado comes, large-scale tornado comes at their house, lifts up, lands on her side. The next day, a tornado lands in Warrenton, Pennsylvania, which doesn't really have tornadoes often at all. It lands in our backyard. A large class tornado tears shutters off our house. I'm with my mom and dad and Aiden. It's tearing it off the house the next day. Oklahoma, Pennsylvania. And it cuts down the biggest trees in our yard. I have pictures of it. Biggest trees are knocked over, goes in the neighbor's yards, knocks down their trees and lifts again. It was like a class. I don't know what class they use, but it was so huge. We looked out and we saw, it was like the whole house was rattling and we see the trees going down the backyard after it just hit my family in Oklahoma. So they want you to know they can do this. And it feels weird coming out of my mouth. I'm an intellect. I'm a spiritually awake person. I am somebody who is part of the academic scene and has done well and gotten rewards and awards for my work. And for me to say, weather is weaponized. Weather is weaponized. And
well, this is really, it's definitely been weaponized. I mean, if we just look at what's happened in Hawaii, you can see, I think Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Matthew McConaughey, you can see their houses are still beautifully intact. One of the Catholic Church remained untouched, what Pat Murphy is saying, yeah. The Catholic Church remained untouched. I'm just sort of reading some of the comments here. This is crazy because you can see, it's obviously targeted. And of course, the next thing they're using this, in my opinion, to start locking us down with these 15-minute cities or whatever it is they call it.
Right.
And the whole, I mean, we're hearing now what they're going to be rebuilding on this island, which is going to be nothing of its original sacredness. Actually,
the understanding, you're right. The understanding I had from Maui, and my heart does go out to them deeply, 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 is that the elite had a plan to make Maui as a model for what's to come. Basically, where the elite have a servitude class that serves them on islands where they are catered to, and the common people, they call, that aren't the 1%, are left unable to attend unless they're brought in as sex slaves or servitude or whatever completes that utopia for the elite. So you're going to start to see models of the future, and Maui was selected, I was told, to be one of these models, one of the first precursors, where they're going to experiment on getting only a servitude class and only rich and elite. So the elite can get away from the common people, have their families enjoy the utopia, which is going to be the future they see, where the 1% is here. The final solution has been implemented, and you have a servitude class left of beautiful people that serve them, that are not allowed to be elite. Their job is to serve. So, and then in the future, that will be replaced by animatronics, where you will have companions and everything else, which Japanese are leading that market, on companionship, servitude done by programmed beings that will start to become sort of sentient. Will become sort of sentient, and you'll be having a whole argument on their rights. That's in the future too. You can write screenplay on this stuff. So what's happening is we've been forewarning, artists have been forewarning what's coming. And they count on the public making this noise and stumbling over themselves, as if people wrestling in a cave over who's right, who's wrong, what information, throwing all kinds of theories around. We know what's coming. Those of us that have been told know what's coming. And part of this is the model of the utopia elite system, where it'll be servitude and elite classes in what they in a sustainable planet. And that's why the final solution is about to come. That's why the X is being shown. X on everything, like the title of the Immortals was the letters switched around. The Immortals became Matrix. All the letters are there for Matrix, and Elon Musk adds the X. He was given the tech. So X is a sign of the final solution. I'm supposed to face off with Elon Musk. I was the face of what was to be happening, and then he takes my place. And he even had plastic surgery to look like the baby face. Yeah, that's what's going on. Now, people have been so conditioned and programmed to think he's some kind of good guy. They do documentaries now. They do his book. They do everything to make him look. He's not the good guy. He's an anti. He is there to destroy and mislead. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people are fans of him. don't fall for the act. He can't even explain Neuralink. So it's me against Neon, and that's what's going on right now. He took my place because I said no to the elite. I know what his requirements are. I know what he's supposed to do. I was given those tasks, and I said no. He said yes. So he's given my Neuralink, right, for my work. Now, I'm not asking for a discussion on it. I'm just saying, I just want to point that out so I can be off my shoulders for that moment where I have a tough task ahead of me. He has all the resources and all the influence I'm supposed to have to turn us around from what the agenda is. We can stop the elite. If I get credit for the Neuralink back and everything's done and the fraud in the court systems are shown, we'll stop the plans of the one world society. If the media gives main attention and grooming to an individual, they're part of that mainstream media and the elite giving the grooming. Makes sense? So that's where I'm at. And we could say, well, some people think he's good. Some people think he's not. I'm here to tell you, I know him. I know what he's doing. I know what his position is. It was my position I said no to. Just trust me. Trust me that this is not a good thing. Don't listen to what he says. Don't go down the trail. He's going to mislead you with the baby face of plastic surgery to lead you down the wrong way. Same look, same eyes, same presentation. And can I share screen real quick and just cap this up and we'll go to the next topic? Okay,
sure.
let me see if I can share screen. How do I share screen on your system here? I want to show you the look again. Settings, maybe?
Present, I think. Isn't there one that says present? Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, too. I mean, if it's not there, it's not there. So
present. At the bottom of the screen, it says present.
You have percent. I don't. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll show you another time. But because I want to show you the stone we're going to be talking about too. But what I'll do right now is I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm just going to do this. Let me just take a picture of this real quick. I'll show it, and it'll only take me a couple seconds. So, boom, pop, picture, call it up, show you. So here you go. I'm going to hold up the screen. Here is the face of the 33-year-old that was to mislead you and throw you off. That's me at 33 years old after I said no to being Elon Musk. I came up with a tech, Neuralink, iPad, Surrey. In the copyright, can't be denied. He took my work. It was given in 1999 when the Wachowskis were given my script in 1999. So that's the face that was supposed to mislead you and take you down the path Elon is taking you now, to be your savior. I said no. So now I'm the groomed guy trying to stop what I know was going to happen because I was told when I was being groomed to be the face that would mislead you. See the eyes? Innocence, right?
Baby face.
Baby face. Now, Elon Musk had to have plastic surgery to look like that. I didn't. I would have been your natural disaster. But I said no. After learning exactly what all the plans were, which includes the plans for Maui. I know what's coming. I wrote the screenplay. I whispered through art to warn people. I'm glad you can hear me now. Just trust me. He's not a good guy. And if you have plastic surgery look like that, you're not the real deal. So that's what I'm saying. I want to skip ahead because it's such a burden to me, the responsibility I have. And even Sophia Stewart is brought forward, the one that claims to be the mother of the Matrix, who was put by Warner Bros. In place, to claim that Tom is the evil one. No, the guy who replaced me would be the evil one. Because I said no to being the evil one. Yeah, I was groomed, but I said no. So I'm in the best position to work with wonderful people like yourself, Shanti, to team up with you, to say, let's stop this from happening. I know the entire plan, and that's why I whispered through art, and that's why Keanu Reeves is saying now The Matrix was a documentary. He didn't say that when it first came out. But yeah, it is basically a documentary, a whispering of what's coming. And they lifted all the images. So thank you for letting me share that. I'm sorry, I didn't want to have a discussion on opinions on Elon's nature. I just want to tell you that I know who he is, what his role is, because I was given the role first. And I'm glad I get to say it right now because something's happening. People are picking up across the planet. And it's time for me to say it. And damn me if I don't say it right now, where we're all getting misleadings and feelings. I need to say it right now and suck it up and say it. Elon bad. Tom was good. Tom was groomed to be bad. Tom said no. Elon replaced Tom. There's a battle for your souls. Now, the book coming out with Elon is saying that he is the closest to Napoleon. He emulates Napoleon. Napoleon, Hitler were the two of the three. Now, here you have the man who's saying he's Napoleon, that he leads like Napoleon. Put the pieces together. Now it's easy reader because you have me. I can tell you what's coming, what they want, what they planned, what they groomed. And the only reason I'm still alive is because I still have the screenplays they want, the intellectual property they want. And because I went public. They said because I did interviews, even though they struck so many, they can't, I've won the chess game, they said. Speaking of games, if we may, would you like to go to the games next?
Yes, I would.
All right. I'm sorry. It was such, it's the only topic. It's like saying my child has a heart. And I can't debate it. I can't even debate it. It's like, do you see how important it is to me that I speak what I'm supposed to speak? I was in the room told what the plans were. I was there. I was told what the plans are by the elite to be the face to mislead the world. Think of that. I was groomed to be what Elon Musk replaced. I was groomed to fool you with a look, to be, quote, the face, to destroy the world. And
it's always that, you know, it's so interesting how the most unlikely looking people end up being the ones that obviously have the most to hide and the bigger deception roles. You know, we groomed to think these big biker type guys or whatever they are, really the bad ones.
Right. But no, it's
meanwhile, back at the ranch, those are usually the guys that are ooey gooey, soft and chilly on the inside.
You're right. Who can sway? Who can take? And then people could say, well, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. Believe me, it's supposed to sweet talk you, sugar you, and then they spring it on you. Come on. First, they're supposed to give you, like, they're supposed to save the day first.
Yes.
And then you lose everything. First, they have to be your hero. First, they have to, and that was what I was being groomed to be too. I was supposed to save the day first. Love Tom, love Tom, love Tom. And then I'm supposed to betray you. Then the real face shows and the hammer comes down after you think I was your savior. That was the plan. That was the plan. And watch my eyes change when I say that. Save you, take care of you, and then become the one that captures you and enslaves you. Notice the change? That's what's going to happen with Elon Musk. He's claiming space. He's claiming going to solve world hunger. He's claiming he's going to give us all the tech. The Neuralink is this author's. I hold the copyright. No doubt about it. It's mine. And when I made it, it was never supposed to be made. That's why they gave it to Elon Musk, because I was saying it wasn't supposed to be made. If you make Neuralink and you're going along with his saying it's going to be good, you're all going to be enslaved. Every one of you is going to be enslaved if you go with the Neuralink. Do not make the Neuralink. Take it from the author. Not to be made. It was simply for the story. And in the story, it tells you everything that's bad. Elon Musk was given this in 1999 by Warner Brothers, who groomed him, also with Disney and the agencies. That's why he's in Iron Man 2, appearing with no lines, like I said. There's Elon Musk, says Tony Stark. Yeah. What's he there for? The grooming, to bring it forward. Warner Brothers, the elite is doing it. Get a clue. Anybody doesn't. This is the proof. 1998 before 1999, the Neuralink all through here. The Neuralink is bad. Elon Musk never tells you about how bad it is. I have to say that now. I have to say that now. And for those that are smart, pick it up. For those that aren't, worship him.
Because they're making it, you know, what they're really doing at the moment is they're making it sound like, well, you know, for the older people who are suffering from all sorts of degenerative diseases that can't be cured or whatever, suddenly the Neuralink is giving them new hope, new body, new life. Well, to begin with, even if that was why the Neuralink is being created, to start off with, and if that's the only reason it's being created, it's still a really bad reason, in my opinion, because, you know, as human beings, we have a natural lifespan. You know, and we have to understand that the spirit is immortal, right? So even though, I mean, before we become humans, we are spirit. We are then human, and then we go back to being spirit, right? But these guys are so terrified that that's not going to happen, that they've got to try and capture everything and hold it hostage, because everything is about the physical. It's about what you have, it's all tangible stuff. And that's the thing that they are... there's no spirit in what they're doing.
No,
it's all about how much I can have property again. If you just look at these crazy lizards that really are running around enslaving humanity, because that's kind of what they're doing. There's no emotion there. There's no tenderness. There's no care. It's all about how much real estate they own, right? So they are going to try and capture. I mean, you look at Bill Gates, who's bought up just about all the farms in America. He's bought up all the seed banks, right? He's bought up all the seed banks. Even here in Africa, our indigenous seeds are no longer available.
I know it.
So, this is what's happening. If you look at it in South Africa, I mean, I was saying last week I went to my school reunion. The area I was at school in is one of the oldest areas in South Africa, probably Africa, because when you're looking, that's where they still have the original Bushman paintings and stuff like that. So it's very, very sacred land. It's very much sacred land. Johann Rupert, who's in bed with the Rothschilds, who literally runs this country, owns most of that area. He's bought up so much of the farmland around there. And in fact, what happened this weekend, one of my classmates had actually just sold their farm to the Rupert Foundation, right? And Rupert and Rothschild, right? We know that. So he wanted to go and check the farm and just, go there. He lives in London. He's high up in the banking industry. They would not allow him onto the farm. He wanted to actually scatter his dad's ashes on the farm. They would not allow him on at all. There were security guards there, and they'd been very busy. And one of the securities, no, they couldn't come. They couldn't whatever, because they were busy driving kids around. Now, I'm telling you this because this is not just happening with you guys. It's happening here as well.
Yep,
we
absolutely.
know. And if anyone thinks Africa is just nothing on this chessboard, think again, because this is the most resourceful place, right?
Yes.
And they've made it seem like it's nothing.
You're the main target. You're the main target on the world board. You're the main target. You're the breadbasket. You're the main target. And let me just tell you this too. It has now come. This is the most fortunate period in human history, because it's coming down to two individuals. And I'm not kidding you. And I didn't ask for the job. All these guys like Murdoch and everybody else, Ted Turner, all the rest, are nothings on the chessboard now with Elon Musk and Tom Althouse. And I'm not saying it to raise myself up. I don't want the job. They have pinpointed it down now as we get closer to their move. That is two players on the board. They call it a chessboard. You have two players facing off. One that was groomed to be the guy who knows what's going on, and one that has taken over the role to be the guy. You have us on the board. Basically, it comes down to, and I say it plainly, the Antichrist that said no, and the Antichrist that took his place to be the Antichrist. Napoleon and Hitler kept Nostradamus' thing in their pocket. They referenced it. They wanted to be it. And now you have a gentleman referencing Napoleon. Sure, he's not like Napoleon yet, because he's doing the sweetheart Cinderella period right now. This is the honeymoon period. This is when he sucks you in with a tech that is ours. The Neuralink must never be made. It was only made for the story, for the purposes of the story. And it's like taking Frankenstein out of Mary's work, Shelby's work, whatever, and taking it out and saying it's a good thing. No, it's not. The Neuralink, they're going to start saying, listen for it, they're going to start saying it'll help Alzheimer's patients. Yeah, that's in the original work. It does help the Alzheimer's patients in the original work, but it's bad. It's bad. You can have your memories taken and then you just pulled, a disease taken out, and you no longer have memories. You can't remember anymore because you were dependent on the Neuralink, or the enhancer as it was called in the original work. I hold the copyright, I hold the rights, and I want the rights back so I can destroy it. I've got to kill the Frankenstein. I don't want it out there. So now they have a real problem. All the mystique and all the wonderment and all the plan for Elon Musk to rise up and fool you is thrown off because the original Elon Musk is saying, you didn't need surgery, saying, I know what's going on. I was at the table when they instituted all this. I know what's going on. I have the proof. I have the copyright. That's why they threw the case and threw it so badly. So what I'm saying is I'm glad we're talking about this right now. We have, as human nature, wanting to love those that we choose we love from what we were given as what we think are the facts at the time. Pretty face. They go by pretty face. Media bolstering him. Yeah, that would happen to me too. Media bolstering. They kept promising that. They wanted me to run for president. Think of it. They wanted me to run for president. So that baby face you saw, this face, one more time, this face running for president. Would you vote for him? If he created the Matrix? If he did, and he's telling you all the sweet things, he's going to save your world and all the media is around it? Yeah.
Look at Ronald Reagan a few years back, right? He was the well-known actor, and then he obviously ran for president as well. I mean, he was very popular amongst the people for his, being a celebrity and all. So absolutely, they would have seen that was a recipe for good things. And I mean, Ronald Reagan was, in one of my interviews with Jessie as well, she will talk about in 1984, I think it was 1984, where they went to a weapons display with Ronald Reagan, and the weapons on display were children. So children, obviously, with their gifts that had been weaponized. So
we're in a situation right now where everything is an opportunity to right everything. The judicial system in the U.S. can change the world if it's righted, if it's corrected.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Our documentary is going to be pointing out just how much they rigged that, and how much they threw that, and how far they went. Like the dream I had last night pointed out to me too. Like, wow, okay, now I get it. How far they went. It woke me up and I called London. I was like, oh my God, I get it now. Our system in the US is what the agencies count on to bolster them. The media machine, there's a thing that just came out. I was watching a documentary where the CIA put in the documents that they were going to use the mainstream media to get their way and shoot down any theories about saucers showing up and things like that. And here it is right here. And it is called the Report of Meetings of Scientific Advisory Panel of Unidentified Flying Objects, 1953. So this thing right here, this report, has an excerpt in it, and I want to read it to you. It says, the debunking aim would result in reduction in public interest. The debunking aim. So part of it was the debunking aim in the document. Next. Where's the other one here? Hold on. Oh, also, it says, this education could be accomplished by mass media, such as television, motion picture, and popular articles. So to re-educate the world, to think, to do a leveling of shame, or what do you call it? Defaming, that anybody actually was witnesses to things, would then be shut down. The CIA, that's their article. That's their document they put forward. Use mass media, film, articles, television, and debunk anyone who comes forward.
Yeah.
That's not about the truth. That's about shutting the truth down. That's why anybody, who has the mainstream media grooming off the charts, crystal clear, made up, able to talk, plastic surgery, they're part of the system.
Yeah.
And the one man I'm supposed to deal with right now, what is interesting is you look at history talking about, even the Bible, about what's to come and how horrible and everything. And this person's going to be this last one. You know what? He's not so scary when you got the guy that was groomed ahead of time who can see exactly who he is and knows exactly what he is. Not so scary when the bed is pulled aside and you see what's under the bed. It's scary when you can't see and don't know, but I'm here to tell you. Now, if humanity doesn't get it, and I'm telling you and gave up everything to do it, then shame on humanity.
Absolutely.
Shame on humanity. There's nothing I can do for you.
I'm interested, and I'm sure my...
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
If you allow me to finish the work, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about humanity. Allow me to finish the work, reclaim the work, and do it right, I can reveal all the characters in the system because they're the ones that groomed me. See the beauty of it? We have an answer that came from me asking God, could I write a screenplay? Can I have a chance to make a difference that we don't have a Revelations outcome? As your children, can we prove to you that we were worthy? Put us to the test, and what a test he put me to. But we now have a chance for a different timeline because the one that was groomed to be an anti said no. And God said, yes, I'll give you the tool. We just changed the whole timeline of history where we can have a good ending. But allow me to reveal Elon Musk so we can stop it. It's down to two. We got it perfect timing. 2 individuals. We can say every name under the sun out there. And yes, they're implicated. They're involved and it'll be addressed later. But right now, on the mainstream stage, as they say, you've won the chess game. On the chessboard right now is 2 main figures facing off. The one that was groomed, the one that was taking his place.
Mm.
Hear me. And you see the sign that I formed when I said the one that was taking his place? My fingers went like this. The one that's taking his place. I didn't plan that. You'll see me make signs all the time. Naturally make signs all the time. I was groomed on the inside and still have the residue of what I was groomed for. But I'm telling you, I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for each of you to stop it. I lost my sons in the process because if you're a traitor to the elite when you've been groomed and given the chair and being made to be the face, they will tear your face apart. They will tear your family apart. They'll destroy your life. So help me finish the job. No ego involved, because when I said yes to God, he allowed me to get rid of my ego. He allowed me to get rid of whatever would tether me to the other side. It's gone. I am purely for what is good. I'm pure for the children. I'm going to do the job. And I paid the price. Help me finish the job so it's worth it from the memory of my sons. I hold the copyright. I hold the work. Let's finish the job. Let's make this. Let's show what's here, the Neuralink and how it's bad. Let's topple Elon Musk. He is the one playing the sweetheart game right now. He is the one, you're going to hear it more and more. He's going to save the world. Right now, an article came out, a YouTube article came out that says he is the face of God. They're now saying Elon Musk is the face of God. Wake up. Wake up.
I have not seen that. I've not seen. I mean, I've seen.
Article. I will send it
Wow.
to you. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Keep me to my word. I say to the whole audience right now, I'm going to send the article that shows claiming Elon Musk is the face of God. I'll send it to you. That's how far they think they've gotten away with it. Am I upset? Yes. Am I angry? You betcha I'm angry. I don't want the world to go wrong. I don't want the children to be hurt. I don't want the elderly to be devalued, thrown in homes and the property taken away. I have an answer. If you mock me, shame on you, because I'm doing this for you and your kids. If you're with me, bless you, because this is a lonely road. Because people all think it's about arrogance. All these people think it's about ego and getting public attention. No. And I hope that other people that have been shut off from having a voice. I have a voice because I stood through it and I didn't give up. And as my son told me not to. He only has me as family now. But others out there don't have a voice yet. And I'm going to make sure they have a voice. We talked about the Elderly Project. We're going to go and help those people have their stories on record. Yes, we're going to help the children get freed. Yes, we'll bring the agencies down. Yes, we're going to make a difference. And if you haven't seen this side of Tom Althouse, this is the one that's been through trauma, knows the answers, and isn't going to stop for your benefit and everyone's benefits. They're going through fire, flood, and hell. We can change the world with a different timeline. I wrote the work. I'm going to see it through. If you mock me, damn you for doing it, because that is just trying to stop everything. There's no ego involved. I just want things right. It's not entertainment. It's not a matter of let's just throw opinions around. Let's just solve the problem. Let's get the world right and make it right. And the judicial system in the U.S. has to change. And we got to get rid of the crooks in the government. And we got to stop this game of puppets on stage running for president. We've got to change everything around. And we have the works to do it. What they fear most is what you do. I'll get off the soapbox, but we have a chance to change the world. I'll die knowing in peace that everything I could possibly, I'll have no regrets. The rest is up to you. The rest is up to you. I have put myself out there bare bones and naked for ridicule. And people have been so gracious. Many have not ridiculed. They said, keep going, Tom, keep going. Because it's about all of us.
Yeah, and I think that is really definitely the feeling on this channel, that's for sure.
Well, then God bless you all. God bless you all. Because we hold the keys. And Shanti, if you hadn't done this, it would have been buried with me. Now the other side's panicking. Watch for a lot of resignations. Watch them run. Their attorneys are saying they're afraid to go to federal prison. They're appealing to me. Their attorneys are saying they're afraid. Tom, we'll go to federal prison. Then go to federal prison. What you did to the children, what you did to the public, and how you groomed Elon Musk. Go to prison. And Elon, if you're listening, do what I did. They follow what we say. Elon Musk, do what Tom Althouse did. Join me. Take your baby face along with Tom Althouse, and let's both baby face it to a better world. Let's use what the other side took and said to mislead the public. And let's babyface in diapers. Let's babyface the world to a better world. It's not worth what you're doing. It'll be revealed in the future because I'm not going to stop. I'll stay right on your tail. One baby to another, if that's the way the elite see it.
One baby face to another.
It's like battle of boss babies. The boss babies. We're going to battle it out, Elon. I won't let stop. I won't let go until you join the brotherhood. If they cast it to my brother, then do the right thing. That's my work. I'll tell you what, Elon, if you do the right thing, I'll share the work with you if you do the right thing. That's my challenge to you. It's
Boss
the
baby faces. I love it.
That's how people can remember it. Battle of the baby faces. That's what this is.
Battle of the baby face.
That's it.
I love it.
Babies with the battle of the babies faces.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you want to take it to the other thing that we discovered? I think people can follow that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I want to celebrate that. That's where we are. Hollywood's saying, the elite, even the FBI agents, CIA agents are saying, when they contact me, we know you wrote it. We're fans of your work. You won the chess game. They're telling me that. That's why I'm still alive. They want to see if the public responds, and then those people will step in line also. We're going to have all humanity step in line. If the babies come around, if the baby faces decide. So Elon, there's your challenge. If you want to be a hero, go ahead. I don't care about being a hero. But if you want to join in being a hero, do the right thing. And to Keanu Reeves, I say the same thing. Stop all the grooming. I've already known through your contact that you were batting back and forth the idea of being the actual author and the actual guy in the real screenplay. Go ahead and do it, Keanu. It'll be worth it. You'll be popular if that's what feeds your goat. You'll be popular. So do the right thing. There you go. I'm telling the players, we've succeeded. We've won the game. They're saying, their bosses have said we won the game. So just step on board. So maybe I'll join you on Mars together with Elon. And that'll be a celebration for humanity. That the two that were groomed to take you down the wrong path said no. I think that sends a message to the rest of the universe that humanity was worth the bet. Humanity was worth the bet. Because the two that were groomed with all the, I was promised beautiful women, fortune, limo service, private jet. I was promised it all. I was promised it all. And I said no. I did. I feel good about that. If I look like I'm looking cocky right there. No ego, but I feel a little bit like, yeah, I feel good about it. So Elon Musk, if we both do this, humanity just proved themselves. Because with your backing, we did this. With your backing, humanity proved themselves that they are worthy, so worthy in the universe, that even when they were offered everything, Midas gold, the two said no in our little dimply faces. We said no. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Isn't that cool?
Speaking about dimply faces, and I know that there's been a lot of questions around that because there was this interview last week with Sophia Stewart. I've never seen it before, okay? Yeah, and I got to tell you, I was like quite like, whoa. Oh, I'm not even going to lie. The woman had massive sunglasses on that you couldn't even see, and all you saw was boobs. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I'm sorry. I like, what? You know, I look at stuff like that, and then you got to say and then I've got to say to women, come on, you want respect in this industry, and that's what you're doing is just flashing your boobs to the world. No, not a good way to. That was just my opinion, and that's my judgment. But I'd be very interested to know what your take is on that, because it's clear they're trying to punt her at the moment as well.
What a beautiful, 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 what you just said. Beautiful. You just opened the door in so many ways in such a good way. I'm telling you, this channel, your channel, Aquarius Rising Africa, maybe the one that's saving the world. You are saving the frickin' world. I see in the future, me and Elon Musk both appearing on your channel.
I love that idea.
And we have a celebration.
I love that idea.
Elon Musk. My vision is that he takes my tech, makes right, and we both appear together. You'll see both faces of the ante saying, we won't do it. What a happy ending to the story. And as far as Sophia Stewart, you want to see how desperate they are? What you just opened here? Sophia Stewart is now putting on her site in succession. Here they go. First, the red pill is good, the blue pill is bad. We're learning the blue pill is the good pill based on the eye of the author. The red pill is based on the blood of the children. So I put that as a retort. I put it out there. Actually, Sophia, the red pill is based on the blood of children. So what does Sophia Stewart do next? She says this. The red pill is based on the blood of the children, and it's the good pill.
Yeah.
The red pill is based on the blood of the children, and it's the good pill. Do I need to say anything? What? The red pill is based on the blood of the children sacrificed, and it's the good pill. Thank you for Sophia Stewart for showing you are totally with Warner Brothers and the elite and the agencies, and that you just said exactly what they wanted in the most absurd way possible, because you guys have run out of slings and arrows and things to throw. You're throwing spoons from the kitchen drawer. You have nothing left to throw, so you're saying the most ridiculous statements ever on the face of the planet. I can't wait for the future, generations of the future, to look back and have a laugh fest on how the elite lost their grip for the first time in human history, where they lost all their power and they just sent idiocy forward. Just absolute idiocy. Ridiculous statements. It'll be the fodder for comedians in the future for generation upon generation to come. The red pill is the good pill? Based on the blood of the children? That's your retort to the actual author, saying the red pill is based on the blood of the children, and is the bad pill and the blue pill's good? I'm sorry. Does anybody have a comment on that? I'm just like, desperation, anyone? Seriously? Does that make sense? Am I making sense, or am I just in my own la-la land here?
Makes perfect sense to me what you're saying, Tom. What you did say about the blue pill, I think what I heard was that it's the combination, or was it black and blue? I speak under correction, but was basically meaning AI. She was saying that the blue pill represents the artificial intelligence.
Oh, so you take blue and say that. Wow, great. You could say any color. The pink represents the AI, right? We could say that. The brown represents the AI. The green scrolling represents the AI. The gray represents the AI. Lack of color, lack of dynamics. I could, as an author, I could spin that so many ways and make it so. The original work, if you go back to the original work, here's the copyright.
Yeah.
What does the primary source say? Here we are together. We're primary sources together. The blue is the good pill. It comes from the author. We know the answer. And it's the bootleg pill. That's the other thing that I think is interesting, that when they lifted it, they made Smith or Morpheus offering the red and the blue at the same time. What a bad spin. I mean, next up for Clown of the Year award, next to Sophia Stewart on this topic, is the Wachowskis and Warner Brothers and Joel Silver. So Morpheus is offering both pills. Why? In the original work, which they read and had the copyright of, Smith offers the red pill to allow Neo to enter the program. He forces him to. His family will die if he doesn't take the red pill. The only red pill is offered at the interrogation scene. So Smith offers the red pill. It's the bad pill. Morpheus offers the blue pill, the good pill, later when Neo is cut from the program. So the blue pill is offered by Morpheus, so he can re-enter the program with painful side effects, not based on the blood of children. Makes sense? Doesn't it make more sense that Smith would offer the red pill, bad pill, and Morpheus would offer the blue pill later when he's cut from the program, allow him to re-enter the program? Doesn't that make sense story-wise? Then Morpheus going, you take the blue pill and you can go to the bathroom and deliver bricks in your toilet. You go to the red pill and you can sail on stars in the clouds while your laundry lady hangs the laundry. And I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I'm making up as I go along, and then they'll write it after I'm done shooting. Can I go to catering now? That's what happened. They made it up as they went along. Do you notice the cadence of his speech when Morpheus is talking in the scene? Go to the scene with the red pill, blue pill. It's very important to Wachowski, so he's very confused on the direction he had. I know from insiders on set, they're coming forward and saying, yeah, your script was used with a visual storyboard with a 20-foot rule. So here's what's actually happening from the inside, letting me know. You have the character Fishburne, whatever, on set, right? He's sitting there. He's got the makeup on. He's ready to go. Here you go. Here you go. Behind the scenes look. He's like, okay, Wachowski going, okay, you have to talk about the red pill, blue pill now. And you have to make it up. Just say something about the red pill and the blue pill being offered. Can I go have sex with my women now? I want to go have sex. And then Morpheus goes like this. What the hell? Okay, all right. We're rolling. Action. You take the red pill and your laundry lady suddenly hangs laundry. You can see the dog pooping in the backyard. The neighbor gets upset. And you take the blue pill and we are, how much time do I have to keep doing this? And the blue pill makes you think bizarre dreams like Yellow Submarine. Okay. Cut. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get that. That's what happened on set. Then they wrote it later. Smith, Agent Smith. How does Agent Smith talk? I am here to offer you to join the program, or else, Neo, I'll be sweating buckets here because I'm making it up as I go along. So if you'll just do me the courtesy of ending this scene, I'll go and puke because I'm tired of trying to make stuff up in front of the camera here. Thank you. Cut, Hugo. God damn it. Thank you. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Watch how they talk with the knowledge they're making up as they go along off this with a 20-foot rule and you're not allowed within it. Yeah. And what's the description Hugo sees before he shoots, to draw on to develop his character? He's given the immortal screenplay, I'm told, to get his character development. And the introduction of the character of Smith is this: a well-groomed man in his upper 50s who moves with a calculated grace. Okay, calculated grace. Sounds robot-like to me. I could see that. So Hugo comes up with a characterization of, I'm Agent Smith. Very calculated, very groomed, very precise. Now you see where it comes from. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be wonderful when this all comes out. And Sophia, like you said, Sophia's called me and she said, you can't make your film. They'll put an injunction on it, Tom. She uses first name with me now. She calls so many times. I'm like, well, if they put an injunction on me, it means there's similarities and we win, Sophia. It's the first time I ever had her not talk to me and curse at me. She just sat there quiet. And I went, well, thanks for calling. And I hung up like the Truman Show. First time I shut her up. First time. She was told to say, you can't do it. You put an injunction on you. And then it was like, that's kind of how she talks. She's really husky. Then it's like, oh, yeah? Well, then we'll do this because that means we won. Didn't know what to say. So when we make the film, I hate when I hold it up. When we do this, it is officially Disney on tape. Yes, like you said, game over. We've won the chess game. But not just a chess game. What we discovered, right? What we discovered, which maybe next time we can talk about that. How do you pronounce it? From Minoan Empire? The Felice?
I'm not really sure, but I want to, yeah. PHIASTOS disc. I'm going to say it's the PHIASTOS disc.
Yes.
PHIASTOS
when we
disc.
show that, that's going to be cool to talk about. Because Disney is saying it's a chess game, right? Agency, it's a chess game. It's actually, I see it as the Minoan board game. It's really that. They said they put the author in his own work. We put you in your own story. Then it's my turf. Elon, you're on my turf with my tech. I have the proof that it's my tech. One of the first things Warner Brothers said to me in my deposition when they were trying to throw our case and I didn't get any discovery from them is, you don't have there's no jacks to the back of the neck. There's no jacks to the back of the neck. I opened blindly to my screenplay in front of them and there was jacks to the neck. It's all through it. So we hold the proof that we own the Neuralink. Elon, the clock's ticking. Make the right choice. We know we're monitored all the time. And I'm really surprised your signal didn't get interrupted this time. Didn't get interrupted. Yeah. It started to, and it stopped. This time we were not interrupted. And many programs I'm doing all the time is getting cut feeds because they don't know what to do right now. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. All they can do is listening. We're educating the other side. We're educating them. Who are the bright ones? The ones that actually did the work and have the wherewithal to do beautiful programs and have amazing, intelligent audiences that get it. That is what scares the trash out the other side. What we're doing right now at this very moment does change the world. Bless you all. Bless you all. So the boxing match, the go head-to-head, and isn't it interesting that Elon Musk was saying he doesn't want to really do the cage fight?
Cage fighting with Zach.
Well, let's put it out there. Elon Musk, let's do an intellectual cage fight. Tom Althouse, the author of The Matrix, and you. You can wear the little boxers, and you can get a touch-up on your plastic surgery. But let's go ahead and have a cage fight, you and me. Offer made. Intellectual cage fight.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, an intellectual one. Mm-hmm. I fully agree. I think that would be a very cool fight to have. I'm just watching some of the comments in here, which are interesting. It's like big
I saw something I glanced over too, and there's somebody raised the thing about mania. Very interesting. The other side's main tactical point right now is to say, oh, Tom Althouse is manic. And I appreciate the comment. God bless you, said he's not manic. He's passionate. He's pissed. He's earned the right. You spot on. That's spot on. I am pissed. I am passionate. I think I've earned the right. There's no mania that's been tested. There's no mania in me at all. But let's help people who are trying to speak up, get the truth out. Let's not saddle them with a talking point on the other side, which is mania. They're going to keep throwing it. They're trying to institutionalize that to put us away so we don't speak. Let's stand up like, God bless you, D, for your comment. Because yes, that's exactly what we need to protect all of us that are speaking up. Because mania and crazy card is what they throw. No, you ask me any question, I'll explain it. I'll explain it thoroughly. That's not mania. Manics can't do that.
I agree with you, Tom. I absolutely agree. I think you have a very valid point, and I think you're obviously passionate about what you do. And, you know, I think you express it. And I think your message is getting through more and more to more and more people. And I think more and more people are realizing the importance of your work. You're not just a movie scriptwriter, right? Or a screenwriter, whatever you guys call it.
Right.
You are
I'd like to say
a brilliant genius mind who's understood and perceived things a long time ago. It's so frustrating. I'm not saying I've had that on your level. I've certainly had it on my level where you see things, you know things. You can't even talk to anyone about it because you know that they just, I mean, you know,
they'll throw the crazy card. If they don't understand it, they throw the crazy card. That's throw the crazy card. And I've been tested as, now I'm going to throw this out right now. And that person was approached and told not to do it, not to give it. And the sister told her the diagnosis. Gifted genius. And I'm not doing this to toot a horn. I'm saying just to counter the mania thing because that's her main talking point. Gifted genius, tremendous empathy, and a feeling to protect all the horror from PTSD, viewing all humanity as worth something, worth it, that all humanity matters. That's what they're saying. And so what we need is doctors who will stand with those of us that are actually having the courage, like yourself, to come forward. And like Dee's comment, to come forward and protect those of us that actually are not manic or actually quite intelligent. And we are bringing forward a need to save kids. If you're in a burning building with kids suffering, your behavior pattern is going to change a little bit in the way you express yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're going to act in a very, unless you have no empathy, right? You're going to act this way. And that's what's so important to understand. And when I perform, when I start going like this is the eyes you're going to see. Or you got to do something now. That's acting. I'm acting, which I'm very good at in awards work, awards for, to show you what I'm trying to convey. Don't take it out of context to anyone. If I go, this is what's going to happen, don't take that out of context and say he's a manic, angry guy. I'm performing for your benefit to show you what it looks like with the abilities I have, which is part of that genius I'm tested with. So don't try to turn that back, cut the foot off that's trying to carry you to safety. Think of it as a man trying to carry you to safety. You want to cut his foot off in the process so you can look good or get some attention? No. Let me finish my job with others that I see eye to eye with to get you and your children to safety. Since I have that mantle responsibility, I'd much rather be on a farm raising animals with my sons alive and planting crops and enjoying a world in peace. That's what I would like. So let's take the manic card off the table. Let's get rid of their talking point and serving the elite that are harming the children. Thank you. And thank you for those standing up.
Tom, you're awesome. And I think what you're doing is incredible. And I definitely look forward to the stuff we're going to be putting out in the not too distant future. We're already in the process of. And as you can see, we were going to be doing the PHIASTOS disc tonight, which is super interesting.
We couldn't get it to display. It wouldn't show up on the display.
I'll have to brush up on my backroom.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be PHIASTOS.
I'll figure it out next time.
Yeah. Okay.
You're talking to Grandma. Yeah, I grew up with pen and paper. I did not have a tick, 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 tick. I like to write letters. I still have an old school diary. So
Nice.
I can just send and receive. As long as I can copy and paste and send and receive, I'm happy. Delete as well. I've got to be able to delete.
Well, I got to tell you, thanks for having the courage to allow this to be aired. Because I'll tell you what, this was never supposed to be aired. If you want to know if the other side's shaking right now, what we did today, what we aired today, with the audience with us, has shaken the foundations. Look for resignations after this program. Look for resignations at high levels. because they're going to run for the hills. This is never supposed to have been spoken, never supposed to be brought forward and in a simplistic way conveyed. So what we did today is earth shaking, and it is, because I know what I'm talking about. And I'm so glad I have you as the dearest of friends to say it with. And thank God we met. And thank God for your beautiful audience that gets it.
Yeah.
We have just changed the world, literally. In one step at a time, we have just changed the world a step. I guarantee you. Watch for the news. There will be resignations.
I love that. I love that. And I absolutely love that. And, you know, what I'm also enjoying, you know, again, I always talk about, and I got to tell you, in September, we've been going for 3 years on this channel, although we've been whacked down.
Right.
And our videos or our recording get whacked down. We kind of like get up staggering, dusting ourselves off when we get up again, right? So it's really incredible to be able to see the change in people over 3 years, you know. I'm just seeing what you know, like immediately with the Hawaii fires, just the response to people, those Australian fires not too long ago, people are questioning everything. You know, people are really standing up and saying, what the hell is this? And then within a day, you've got stuff going around. These elite homes were not touched in this area. You know, so there's a lot of, it's making people think. And that is the greatest weapon, if you will, against the destroyers. Right. You know, you know, guys, I so wish I could tell you what I know and feel in my heart about what I know to be true that I can't explain, right? It's just there. It really is about us waking up. We've got to stop screaming and shouting and hurling Bible verses at each other and using that as your protection or shield or defense, because the time for that is over. You know, when we look at religion, the greatest crises sit in these religious sects, right? And I'm not just talking about one. I'm talking about religion as a means controlled religion. And we see that there is something, firstly, there is nothing that God needs to forgive you for. There is, as a person, in terms of, you do not need to be redeemed. Just by the mere fact that you exist as a human means that you have earned the right to life. You do not have to go and beg your way back into heaven. You don't. Heaven is here, right? It's a place that you have inside of yourself. I keep saying this to people. Jesus is not coming to save you. I promise you he's not. Jesus came many moons ago carrying the consciousness of Christ, in other words, God, the Holy Spirit. As a man, he was evolved enough. He understood God's message enough and took that upon himself to spread that word to people who were highly dumbed down at the time, right? They did not understand his message. And for that reason, he was murdered. Jesus didn't just die. He died because he was murdered, people. We've got to think about the facts and the reality. So the bottom line is, let's take the teachings of Christ, apply them to our lives. Stop screaming and shouting at other people about how they're not reading their Bible and not doing this. My question is, are you applying to your life the things that you are screaming to other people about? I'll bet not. Because if you felt the need to scream to other people about it, it means you haven't applied it to yourself yet. This is the problem we're having. It's spiritual warfare. Spiritual is anything that is non-tangible, right? So spiritual warfare means stop projecting outside of yourself. You don't need to be looking outside of yourself for redemption. By the very nature of the fact that you are born and you are blessed with life and breath means you are redeemed. You don't have to beg your way back into anything. Your job now is to accept that Accept it and feel it in every single cell of your body. Because when you accept it, you know it, something fundamentally changes in your DNA. Something fundamentally changes in your DNA. You wake up, your energy radiates. Suddenly you understand things differently. Suddenly you get activated by thoughts, that come from within. You act in accordance with God's will. That is how we save ourselves. That is how. Not for waiting for someone to save you. This is how they're giving the likes of Elon Musk and co. the power. You are the power. No one else but you. You are the power. And if you can accept that within yourself, and you can integrate it, marinate it, absorb it, recalibrate it within your being, remember your body is a resonance chamber, you will then move forward in the direction that you are naturally saved. You've saved yourself by applying and listening to Jesus. That's what's happened.
There's such a beauty listening to you talk, because you have a general question about you. And I love when you do those sessions where you help me, because I was so upset about the children dying and things like that, my son's dying, and you helped me reground. And the message means something when you're grounded. Now, I perform when I talk. I will perform and show you the emulation of what I'm trying to describe. And that's part of my craft. That's part of something I've been given to do. And it helps it drives the other side crazy when I perform it. When I'm revealing them, they hate that. They hate it. That's what makes them really stand out. But what you just said too, there's a part of this also. And I love that you have that heart of flow. And that's why I turned my mic off. I thought, you allow me to talk about, Elon, what this is, and I'm going to shut up and allow you to talk about what you're talking about too. And in this ending, the architect's son has plastic surgery to look like Christ. I'm going to send you the article. Again, I'm going to send you the article where it says Elon is the face of God. The media is putting that forward exactly like the end of the Immortals. In it, there's a scene where the son of the architect comes forward and reveals himself to the world, looking like Christ. They're imitating. They said they put me on a screenplay. They're imitating our screenplay. Thank you for leading me right to that with your talk on that. So, wow, power. I'm hit. I'm hit hard. This is like powerful. What a day. What? And if people could send prayer my way, today it's being decided by top level people what direction we're going to go on bringing forward information. And it's so comforting I got to be here. And thank you for your audience that understands where we're coming from and what we're trying to convey. It's hard, you can imagine, to talk about something when you feel like you're in a burning building trying to save kids.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, and thank you for people clearing up the main tactic used by the other side. And it's almost like this, the burning building, children dying, and they're going, look, he's upset or she's upset. Well, if you're not upset in that scenario, you don't have empathy. You're a narcissist. So the narcissists are saying mania. And that's their go-to card. We should be upset in the burning building with the children. It should prompt us to action and sharing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We've got to get angry. We've got to get pissed off. That we've been in a state of complacency and therefore compliance for such a long time. We have to get upset with what's been happening in the world, because that really is the thing. Think about yourself when you're protecting your child or your loved one or something. I mean, me anyway, I'm like a lioness. When you come and you're going to screw with my loved ones, you're going to see a very different side of me, that's for sure. I'm fiercely defensive and protective of those that I love. And it's like we have to become that way with each other's children, with each other's rights, because we are all brothers and sisters in Christ. There's not even a question around that. We are all one. We are all connected through the Holy Spirit. And, that's why I say, if I help me, I help you. If I hurt you, I hurt me. It can't be another way. And until people realize that, we are going to get nowhere. And your words, your insults, your nasty comments, and hey, I promise you, note to self here, I can sometimes have a tongue like a flippin' razor blade. I get it. And it's getting better. I'm learning more and more not to use it, even if I think I should be. But my point is, our words harm. Our intentions, our thoughts harm if we're doing it in a negative way. But, when we come with the intention of saying, right, I'm having an issue with that person. I really don't like what they did or said. But I understand that that's not about them. It's actually about me. It's me that has to realize I've got to let go, and they are triggering something in me. So it's all about self-reflection. What is that person triggering in you? That takes you back to that place of self-reflection and, right, using your inner guidance system to take you to the place that you need to be of deeper awareness.
Absolutely.
So it really is a big island beach. I was about to pronounce you very wrongly. I'm glad I didn't. Love in action. I love what you said, because that's exactly what it is. It's love in action. You act in accordance with that. And if that means defending, I had someone here on my street not too long ago screaming at their dog in the middle of the road. I walked out there and I just had a pot of water with which I was throwing in my garden on the plants. I hear this. I go up to the street with a pot in my hand, okay? I didn't mean to have the pot in my hand. But anyway, there the guy's standing yelling at his dog. And I'm going like, what's the problem, dude? Like, yeah, the dog peed in the house or something. I said, and you really think that is going to solve the problem? All you're doing is hurting your animal more. His 12-year-old daughter standing right there. And I said, and you're really being a bad example for your child right now. I'll say things like that. It doesn't make me popular. I don't care. I really don't care. But that's what I'm saying. So, if we stand up for what is right, I believe that anyway. If we stand up for what is right in a way that you're not hurting the other person or whatever, but you're protecting more. And if you have to defend, by all means, absolutely, that's what you have to do. I think each situation calls for its own action, right? But I think really at the end of the day, we have to be prepared to stand up, defend each other, protect each other where necessary, and not just be so completely held into our own spaces where we don't even see what's going on around us. Yeah,
you're right. And it's such a return when we do what you just said, and we maintain that control and beauty in our expression. There's a feeling later of being lifted. And that's why I look forward to teaching in your classes, teaching with you, like the layered thinking thing. It's like, again, part of that is we don't put negative inputs into our mind. We do a great disservice to ourselves and to others we could help. We put a negative input in our mind about someone, and then it spins around and they're looking for an answer. But that's taking away the creative cells that could be working on great projects and great answers. And time with loved ones where things might have been shared and exchanged if we had not put a negative input into our mind to chew on. So we free our mind with only positives in there, and then, like I said, the back of the mind's only the negative cells of reference. Then our mind goes, oh, it's taken care of. I look forward to teaching with you, Shanti, and being there, being in South Africa and teaching, and learning from you, learning from your classmate, people that take the class, and being able to offer also. I have this other image too that comes to me while you were talking of being at a gate. Did you ever be where a couple people need to have one set of keys, they need to open a gate, right? And they're in a hurry. And it ends up sometimes in mayhem where people are like, give me the keys, and the keys are rattling, being dropped, right? We've seen scenes in shows like that. That's where we're at right now, I believe. We're at the gate. We have the keys. And there's all these selections of tools. People have soap, crowbars, you name it. But we have the key to open it. But so many people are throwing their answers in and wanting to growl in and grab the keys to the gate. Let's just open the gate. We have the key. And again, I'm saying Elon Musk and myself and what we're doing right now, we could change it all, end it with one set of keys, the Neuralink and proof of ownership. Open the gate. And if Elon and I walk through together, arm in arm in this, or maybe we'll do a more Gaia-ish thing of just like, this bump. It's like,
each other.
Yeah, a little chest bump. walk through, and it's like, we've opened the gate. We've opened the gate together. So Elon, I'm definitely sending a message like, let's do this the right way, and we'll do the bro
after
thing.
Elon has beat Zuckerberg up in the cage.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just jump in the cage. Have me jump in the cage. Let's do an intellectual cage fight. Let's do an intellectual cage fight. Babyface against babyface. Babyface against babyface. Intellectual cage fight. You know, we can
it's babyface, and lizard boy. Because lizard boy is Zuckerberg.
Wear diapers to rub it home that it's a baby cage fight. That'd be great. Yeah. Hit you with my sucker. Yeah. Show, yeah, it's how ridiculous the other side is, how they groom people to do that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
Battle the babies. Yeah.
I love that laugh. I love to laugh. I know it's a crazy time. And I'm just looking here again. Big Island Beach is talking about Oprah is in Hawaii, and Oprah in the shelter sucking up loosh. Yeah, I do believe she's probably sucking up the loosh. Wow. Oprah is always there after an earthquake or something, isn't she? She's always there. If there's been an earthquake somewhere or something happening, Oprah is always there. Wow.
Well, this has been amazing. Thank you for having me on here, and what we've gotten to share, and the audiences, your comments and things. And someone said it's a dream team. Yeah, we're all together, a dream team. This is something that shook up the other side. Believe me, it shook up the other side. So well done today, everyone. Well done.
Yeah, that was a great chat. And I know again, as often we often do, we must be, I best change the description on the top of that.
Well, actually, it was meant to be. That's what led us this way. It's Disney called it a game. They called it a chess game, and this is actually the game board you're looking at. Is the title is the game board. So next time we'll talk. But yeah, it fits. It fits.
Indeed.
Oh,
Tom, it's such a pleasure to always have you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And
to all our amazing viewers, really love having you guys join us. And we'll see you again on Tuesday for Tom Tuesday. And who knows what we'll be talking. Yeah, it's Tom Tuesday. It's Tom Tuesday. So thank you guys for joining us for Tom Tuesday. I'm just looking, someone talking about Oprah. Someone loves Oprah. Are you allowed to love who you like? But I think Oprah has a few skeletons in her closet. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. God bless you all. Take good care of yourselves. Like, share, subscribe, please. And it would be really good to share this information, because the more people who get this info, the better, right? So we understand everyone understands what's going on out there. Yay, Tom, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, the comments are cracking me up. You guys are comedians. I love it. They're cracking me up. Oh my God. So
lovely.
Your audience is so much. You guys are awesome. I'm serious. Oh my God. That's too much. So right back at y'all with love from us. Just
Tom Tuesday.
No. That's gonna be stuck in my head the whole day now because of the phrasing. I'll be going up to somebody at the store going like, "Can I have some Tom Tuesday?" That's like, it's just like,
I love it. It's Tom Tuesday on Ara.
It's too funny. So, all right. Well, thank you for this. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. God bless you all. Take good care of yourselves. And again, thank you so much to our Patreons. I really, really appreciate you guys. And for all of you guys who are forever donating to our channel. And if you've ever blessed us in any way, thank you. So appreciate you.